Hey everybody, Lance here again. So what'd you come up with? Did you come up with some cool visuals? Did you come up maybe with some things that you love to use as a part of teaching and learning and in strategies for engagement? I absolutely hope so, because I want to talk to you about what you would do with those in light of where your learners might be. Now today, I'm standing in front of a dual camera system called SpeakerTrack. And what SpeakerTrack is doing is it's looking for two eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And once it's finding that, it's switching cameras. I'm going to do something a little different here. I want to bring in my iPad. And again, I don't mean to make this difficult, but just so you can see what's going on here. I'm going to flip this camera around. All right. Can you see those two cameras and that microphone, that rectangle behind them? So those two cameras are what's doing the facial recognition, and that rectangle behind them is actually a microphone that's doing audio triangulation. So it's listening for the origin of the sound of my voice, and then the cameras are making a logical decision based on the two eyes, the nose, and the mouth making that sound as to what camera shot you should get. So if I, as the instructor or as a student, am off camera and I begin to talk, the secondary camera goes where to go and then switches to that particular position. Not only does it have the ability to do that, but it also has a snap to whiteboard function. Now, what do you mean by that, Lance? Some of you came up with flip charts. Some of you came up with grease boards, marker boards. And maybe for some of you, it's a chalkboard, right? Well, if you're going to stand in front of that chalkboard to deliver, or that marker board, or that flip chart, you don't just want the shot of this standing in front of it. You want the participants to be able to see, whether it's recorded or live, all the things that you're writing on that board. So the second I stepped into this particular geo of my room, it not only found the two eyes, nose, and mouth, it said, oh, he's in front of that whiteboard thing again. Let's give him that shot so they can see all of that. So it is allowing us to make those kinds of decisions as well on the fly. I'm not wearing a microphone. All right, I have a ceiling microphone called the Audio Science mic that's picking up all the audio, regardless of how soft I talk or how loud I talk. It has the ability to auto gain what needs to happen. It also has a white noise filter. So in a minute, probably the AC is going to kick on in my office. When it does that, you'll hear it for a split second, and then it'll identify that as a particular static frequency, and it will dismiss that from the recording. All of those things are happening without me having to think about it. I do what I do, and that is teach. I let the technology take it from there. So why do you want to combine all these things at the Cisco Codec? So you have the ability to move freely and seamlessly around your space and do what you love to do, regardless of how you do it. Okay? Now, we talked a little bit about recording, and one of the things I want to point out from a recording perspective, and I'm going to go over here and bring my laptop back up, is the power of this tool to not simply record, but also to be able to broadcast live on the fly. Now, let me get my pen tool off my desk. All right? You see right here, oh, there's the train. That's one of the things you may hear off camera. This little red light right there, that lets me know that we are indeed recording this content. Now, again, the power here is not that we are simply recording, but you may have an event that you'd like for participants to be able to feedback, but not with visuals, maybe not even with audio, but you'd love to get some feedback from them in text. You'd love to be able to administer some polls. Well, all of those things can be done because we also have the ability to stream the live content. So we can stream this out live, have somebody fire off a poll, or have somebody put some Q&A out there, maybe do some other distribution of content, all as an outgrowth of a live engagement like this. Maybe you're team teaching some content with someone else in your organization. Maybe that person is spread across the country, or maybe just down the hall. As the two of you come together to deliver that content to your students live, all of that can be encapsulated as well as live streamed. Now, how hard is it to actually do all these things? Well, that's what I want to show you next, but I'm not going to do it in this recording because I want to give you another little bit of a thought process before we fire that off, okay? So we've talked a little bit about how all we would use it. We've talked about the ability to stream and what's going on here. Now, from your perspective as a deliverer of content, I want you've already thought about what you would use, okay? I want you to think a little bit about how you deliver it. And when I say how, do you sit behind a desk? Do you rely on external expertise? Do you deliver to students who are here, students who are out there? Is it a live synchronous environment? Is it an asynchronous environment on demand? Or is it a hybrid? And what kind of options and flexibility do you have in your environment? Then we're going to come back together and we're going to explore some of the things that can be done here. All right, so that's your homework. I'll see you in just a few minutes. Bye-bye.